Hello, love. This is your reading for October of 2019. This is going to be a little bit of work. I'll be honest with you, the biggest message is about love. Something is really good is about to come into your life. I feel like you're just in a waiting period right now. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to do, in general, spiritual advice messages moving forward. So, a few things that I picked up off on. This is super random, but I saw a dog toy. I don't know. I get imagery when I'm doing readings. It makes no sense sometimes. But I saw a dog toy, so I don't know if maybe you've been thinking about getting a pet. But if you have, I think that would be a really great idea for you. Super random. Just a side note. Let's see, what else did I pick up on? The universe. There's a really clear message that I was picking up on. This is about your career, and I know that we've spoken a little bit about you moving to I believe Atlanta to start up a new project. Which is amazing, by the way. Like, that's amazing. I'm very proud of you for doing that. That's really cool. But it's the idea of, I feel like there's a lot of people around you. There's some sort of project, and I feel like it's building up to the end of the year, and I don't know what that means to you necessarily, but it's a project, and you feel like you can do it better, but it's like people are not listening to you. And I think what the universe is trying to say is that I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think if that's what's going on, I don't think that is going to change this year. But moving into, I mean, I can tell you in 2020, I mean, you're about to be like a boss ass bitch. Like, I'm still like, you have a lot of really amazing things coming to you. It talks about this waiting period, even though this is only in October, but this is like telling me to tell you that I know that you've been really stressed out. I think that's why I'm supposed to be doing a reading for you. I think that you will continue to be stressed out if you allow yourself to be stressed out. I think the universe kind of wants you just to let things be right now, but I don't really foresee a lot of this changing until, honestly, when Capricorn season picks up, which is the end of December into January. I think that's when people are really going to start noticing and taking notice that you have a lot of really great ideas. But that's just a little side note. I think that's more for career. I'm going to talk about that too a little bit later because that ties in to all of this. But this is going to be for October. In general messages, things that you can be expecting coming into your life in the month of October 2019. Happy early Halloween, one of the best holidays ever. But we're going into this month of October with the Five of Cups energy, which is the idea that there is regret over something. And I don't really think it's necessarily regret in the sense, usually with the Five of Cups energy, it's like you have 5 cups, you've had 3 cups spilled over, but you still have 2 that are perfectly full, perfectly good. But instead of focusing on the 2 that are full, we're focusing on the 3 that have already spilled over. So it's kind of like crying over spilled milk. And it's the idea that you have the Queen of Pentacles and then you have the Lovers. So to me, I feel like maybe, I know that you said that you moved recently to Atlanta. And I saw the World card a few times when I was doing this, and that signifies travel. But I feel like wherever you are, I don't feel like you're meeting people that are quality people, because we think about with the Queen of Pentacles, that's usually a woman who is stable. She usually is an earth sign, but I don't think this is any particular person. I think this is just in general. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is reliable, stable, trustworthy, and I don't feel like you've been finding that with the Lovers being here, but it's what you're seeking. But it's almost like this idea of like feeling lonely, but what the universe is trying to tell you have a soulmate connection coming in, by the way, BT Dubs. I'm going to talk about that later. And I see that you want something that is very solidified, and is that the word? Solidified? Solid? Maybe, I don't know. I think it's like a science term. Anyway, but you want something that is stable. But the universe is telling me to let you know that right now you're building upon yourself. I think a lot of really good things. I think 2020 is going to be a really good year for you. I don't really, especially the beginning few months of 2020 are going to be very, like, I feel very profitable for you. Moving into as soon as Capricorn season hits, after we get through Sagittarius season, which is the Archer, when we're like going out and we're going on new adventures, we're coming up with new ideas. The Sagittarius energy is very like putting things into action, I think, but the Capricorn season is all about building upon those actions that we've started. So I think that you're going to be beginning projects in December, moving into when your birthday is. I know that you're a Capricorn. That is going to be really a good season for you. That I don't really know. I feel like I'm just babbling on. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So if you have any regret that you're not finding a woman who you feel like you can have a future with or something. You can just have a solid, or just feel like you can trust them. What the universe is telling you is like, right now, this is not the time to worry about this, because you're about to start building on something that's going to take you a lot further. You're going to be in the King of Pentacles energy, which this is you. This is the earth sign, and you got this twice. So this tells me this is double energy. This is why I'm saying like next year is going to be very profitable, because the King of Pentacles, he's emotionally mature. Like, he's the husband card. He's emotionally mature. He's financially stable. He's like, I mean, literally the boss ass bitch. Like, you know, this is like the boss couple, like these two people. Like, this is what I aspire to be in life, like with my partner someday. So you're moving into that. So don't get caught up if you feel like you're not finding anybody, because you're not meant to right now. I think that there is going to be someone in your life. I don't think that this person is going to last, but she is a queen in her own way, because she's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very passionate. It usually represents a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It's usually just a woman who's very passionate about life, and it's someone that brings you the justice, which is balancing you out. And it's something that I think that you need right now. It's like the universe doesn't want you. They're preparing someone, like, you have a very special soulmate coming in. I don't know when this is going to happen. I know that sounds like really stupid because I just like hyped it up earlier, but like, it's going to happen. It might happen in 2020, but right now what they're trying to tell you is that don't worry about trying to be stable with somebody, because right now they're just trying to build your career pretty much right now. But I do think that there is a woman around you that, I mean, she's attractive, she's amazing, she balances you out, and she almost brings out the fun side in you. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a romantic interest. It's just somebody in your life that you really respect, you know. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. So the next card is Judgment. This is a finalization, and I think this is the energy that in October you're going to be accepting that with the Page of Wands being here. This is also fire energy too, so a lot of passion. These are, like, again, like I said, we're creating a lot of passionate projects, especially moving into the end of December. Something's building up, and then 2020 is going to be very lucrative for it. So there is a finalization. I think it's the finalization of realizing that the Seven of Wands popped out as well, but it came out in the reverse. Usually when this is in the upright, this is about being defensive. But when it comes out in the reverse, this tells me that you're putting the burden down, and you're not, like, in the career spectrum. I know that we were talking about how you feel like people are just like basically pissing you off, because like it feels like you know how to do a project so much better than the way that they want to do it, but they're not listening to you. And I think this is you fully accepting and just putting it down. The finalization, Judgment Day is here, and you're just finalizing that you're not going to allow yourself to be so worked up about this anymore. You're going to accept that there's going to be new passionate projects that are going to start working right now. Pages are all about new beginnings, and you're putting that burden down. And you know what? If I feel like the projects are going to be successful no matter what, but I do feel like you have a really good business sense. Most earth signs do, but Capricorns in particularly, honestly, I would check your entire, like, what's the word, your chart, because I bet you anything, you probably have a lot of earth just in your chart, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because usually you have a very good business sense, and I think that throughout your life you will be very successful, because for one, you don't allow yourself to be anything but successful, which is very respectable as well, and the universe recognizes that. But you're just accepting the fact that sometimes, like right now in particularly, things may not be going the way that we want them to necessarily in the career field, but it's necessary. And it's almost like a lesson for us just to kind of loosen the reins a little bit and understand that other people, I get it because I'm an earth sign, they do have good ideas, and they do bring good ideas to the table. And no, they may not be as good as yours, but they will be successful, and they will work as long as you are working as a team. So moving on, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This tells me, this is what I'm talking about, the good things that are coming with the Wheel of Fortune. This is saying that life is kind of like this never-ending cycle of good and bad. But when it comes out in the upright, this tells me that moving forward, things will be very successful for your business, for your career, just for your life in general. But there is stagnation, and I know that you feel this stagnation right now because the Four of Cups is here. that is, I mean, if you had a card that represented boredom anymore in the tarot deck, this is what this card means. It's about feeling stagnant. It's a very slow energy. Fours are all about kind of self-reflection too, but this is just to the point that you're just bored out of your mind on something. But what the universe is trying to tell you is that with the Seven of Pentacles, this is about waiting. This is about having patience. And luckily, since we are earth signs, as I'm a Taurus, you're a Capricorn, we are very good at being patient because we are determined to make things work. And this is talking about how the fruit is not quite ripe enough to pick just yet, but you are getting there. It's like, it's so close. And when it's ready, like when this fruit is finally done, you can pick it from the tree. I'm telling you, like, you will be infinitely successful with the King of Pentacles being here. And it's twice. So, and I know this is about your career because I asked, this card specifically asked for one card for your career. Like, tell me what he needs to know. And this popped out and I was like, well, dang, I don't know. I don't need anything else. I can tie it in. So again, it's just the idea, if we're searching for stability in relationships, it's not going to be right now. It is something that will be building up, but the universe really just wants you to focus on yourself right now. I think there is somebody around you. I'm going to be real with you. If there is someone that you're interested in, that they might be a fire sign, that might just have a lot of passion for life, I think they are meant to be in your life to balance you out. I don't think that they are meant to be in your life long term. So just, be aware of that. And it's not that this person is like a shady, manipulative person or something like that. I just think that they're meant to be in your life to help, like, balance you out, but they're not meant to stay long term. There will be a finalization, understanding that we can't always control every aspect, and we're just laying down that burden. We're going to stop letting it get to us and just kind of let things be, because we are moving into some really great things, but we are stuck in this idea. You're probably going to feel a little bored, a little stagnant, but this is all in preparation for moving you forward into the next year. We end off on the Three of Cups, and that's usually talking about going out, celebrating and drinking. You could be doing something for Halloween. This is all about friendships too. I feel like you might be forming, once you start laying this burden down, with feeling so defensive, I think that you might form a lot of friendships. I think that, the more, with the Page of Wands too, that usually talks about new projects too, so you could be getting involved in new projects and kind of just laying down the burden of feeling defensive for other people. But the Three of Cups is here. Celebration, friendships, usually involves drinking, and we got the Moon card, and it's something that's associated with, like, we think of the moon as being, I think this is going to be emotions. I think it's a good feeling. It's kind of like, it's a bittersweet feeling. It's like, because we want something that's stable, but right now it's really just a matter of focusing our feelings on just being ourselves and having fun, and really not getting caught up and trying to find anything that's solid, because what the universe is building for you, basically a very lucrative career, and I don't even think that you really see it yet, but I think that's just the message I want me to tell you, is that don't get so caught up in trying to find someone that's going to be your equal, that's going to be, the queen to your King of Pentacles, because right now it's not time for that. But it is manifesting and it is working. So that is the basic general message for October. Career, like I said, the King of Pentacles, you're moving into something. I don't think it's going to be in this year. I'm not getting that it is, but I feel like there is some sort of project that's supposed to be, it's either it's like the very end of the year or it's the very beginning of next year. But whatever that project is, I think that you're going to play a big part in it, and that will be very, very beneficial for you moving forward. Let's just say that. So we're going to get a few cards. This is just spiritual advice for you. All right, Spirit, what do you have for Daniel for spiritual advice? New beginnings, the Fool, okay. Spirit, show me 2 more cards. What advice can you give me for Daniel for October 2019, or just in general? What does he need to know? Oh, that's a lot of cards. We're not taking all those. Alright, truth and clarity. Let's get one more card. What does Daniel need to know? Spirit, show me. Yeah, I think we're going to take all these. I just said I wanted one, but we're going to take all these 3 because they all came out at one time. So, the first card that popped out was the Fool. That is taking a leap of faith, having new beginnings. I think with this Page of Wands, you could be maybe branching out and doing things. If not, this is just a call to action to don't be afraid to take that leap of faith in things. If I know that moving to a new city, a new place can be hard, but putting yourself out there will be very beneficial for you long term. And I think this is just a call that there are new beginnings working. There are new things that the universe is manifesting for you. And just don't be afraid to take that leap of faith. If you've been going back and forth on something, go ahead and just take the jump. You know, it's better to say, oh, well, than what if, you know. The Ace of Air popped out next. That's truth and clarity. So I think you will have some mental clarity the rest of this month. I think a lot of things are going to be cleared out for you. Maybe this reading will be beneficial and hopefully helpful for you too. And again, I think it's just coming down to where we're putting our energy right now. And I think right now it's not... See, this is what's making me think that, because you're the King of Cups. That's usually a king who, this deals with a lot of emotion, because cups are emotion in tarot. But then you also got the Seven of Cups, which talks about having options, and the Ten of Wands. So I think this is just like, I don't think the universe is telling you to like be a player necessarily, but I think what they're trying to tell you is that they understand that you have a lot of love to give. The King of Cups, this is the man who has deep-rooted feelings for people, that has the ability to show compassion and, you know, just show love to people. And the universe recognizes that you have this and that you want to give this. But with the Seven of Cups being here, that talks about having options, and the Ten of Wands talks about putting that burden down. So I think what the universe just wants you to know is that they are working for you. I know that you may not see it right now, but I think they just kind of want you to keep your options open. I think that's what the Seven of Cups is meaning. They understand that you have love to give, but right now, again, like I said, we're going to put that burden down with the Ten of Wands. We're going to let the universe do its thing, and it's going to bring you in some really great things. But right now, the focus is just building yourself up and really starting those new projects, taking those leaps of faith, and everything's going to work out for you. I promise you. Like, I feel really good things moving into next year. I don't know if there's a project, like I said, but if you have any part in that, you will be recognized for that. And yeah, that's all I really have for you. I hope that this made sense and resonated with you. And yeah, if you'd like another one, just let me know. I hope you have a great rest of your October. Be safe, be blessed, and don't forget to dress up on Halloween. So yeah, bye.